Our final reader tonight is Benji Carr. As a child growing up in the South with cerebral palsy, Benji Carr developed an eye for the bizarre and quirky, which provided all the stories he told his friends and family with a bit of flavor. Working as a journalist, storyteller, and playwright, his work has been featured in The Guardian, Arts ATL, and Pembroke Magazine. On stage, his pieces have been presented at the Center for Puppetry Arts, Alliance Theater, and as part of the Samuel French Off-Broadway Short Play Festival in Manhattan. He lives in Atlanta and helps run the online literary magazine Gut Wrench Journal. Impacted is his first novel, coming May 2021 from the Story Plan. Oh,
Hi.
howdy.
Hi, sorry.
Oh, quite all right.
July 6th.
Oh, July 6th.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, that one's on me. Since it's March 375th, time doesn't really have a whole lot of meaning. So yeah, May, July. We're looking forward to it one way or another. So since you have everybody's ear, what place do you think we should schedule a road trip to as a group?
A terrifying place filled with ghosts and nightmares?
Yeah.
Mar-a-Lago.
In Georgia.
Oh. I have a book signing on July 10th in Kennesaw, and I'm sorry, not Kennesaw, Foxtails Books. I'm sure that if enough of us show up, that we can make it scary.
Awesome. Is that one in Woodstock?
Woodstock, yes. Sorry.
Yes, I've been meaning to go up there. I need to visit Reformation. It's one of my goals is to hit all the breweries, and haven't been to Reformation yet. So that would be a good excuse to do all of that. So awesome. So you're going to be reading from a short story, Marthasville. Do you want to give a little history now or afterwards as to where Marthasville is?
I would just, to start out, like to thank my writing group, Coven, HWA, Coven, represent, for helping me develop this and for helping me pick it to perform tonight.
Awesome. Well, I will turn it over to you.
I'll try my best. Marthasville. Date, Saturday, June 3rd, 2017. My dearest Adelia, it is with a heavy heart that I tell you my plans have changed. When Tuesday comes, you will be on that flight to Tampa alone. I know that we've been planning our next chapter for months, but it unfortunately must remain unwritten. Please know that I do love you, Adelia. You've sparked passions in me that I thought were long dead. I haven't had these stirrings of lust for anyone in at least 25 years, and I've never known a love like yours in all my time on earth. But I cannot leave my wife. Martha won't allow it. Rather than join you in a new Airstream in Bradenton, like we discussed in bed all those afternoons, I'm doomed to live out my last days in motherfucking Atlanta. And it frankly pisses me off to admit that kind of defeat. But I'm 84. Defeat isn't new. Forgive me if my language comes off a bit loopy and more colorful than usual. I feel a little drunk. I mean, it's only 11 a.m., but it's been an awful morning here. Martha knows everything. She's gone to the gas station over on Buford Highway. She told me to write this out while she was gone. She said she'd put it in the mailbox for me, and I can't really walk right now. Since I won't be in choir in the morning, I suppose I've already seen your face for the last time. I can't stand it. I didn't know that kissing you goodbye after rehearsal on Wednesday was goodbye forever. I would have held on longer. I would have used more tongue. I would have made it move. You should get this before your flight. If I finish it in time for the mailman or the mail person or whatever, Martha has the timing all figured out. It's so weird. McGill Park must be the only part of this city with predictable postal delivery. Old Homer once told me that his mailman showed up on his doorstep with a People magazine at 9 p.m. Homer lives in the West Side, though. Martha told me that you'll just get on the damn flight. She thinks that you couldn't possibly love an old jackass like me. She says that no one could. She certainly doesn't. Adelia, despite what you may want to do, it's better for you to get on that plane. I know you love me. I know because of the way we can talk about the past. I know because the way you laugh at my jokes and the way that we sit in your car and try to dance to that mix that your granddaughter made. Kesha is my favorite, I think. Did I put the $ in the right place? I'm sorry that I'll never meet your granddaughter face to face like we planned. She seemed like such a lovely little girl. Take her to Disney World every month. Take her to the pool every week. Spoil her rotten. Anybody who can get me to dance at all is good people. My physical therapist says that my hip has shown tremendous improvement. I told her that it was because I'd become more active. I wiggled my eyebrows when I said it, but I don't think she caught what I meant. Adelia, you made me love life again. I cannot tell you what a joy it is to get that kind of surprise at 84. I thought that I was done until I met you at church. Martha has no fucking heart. Not anymore. I didn't know that she even cared enough to want me around. I had no idea how far she'd go to keep me here. The cruel bitch just wants to destroy every bit of hope and happiness that I've known in the past year, piece by piece. She doesn't understand that I'm not the invalid geezer in the hospital bed whose ass she had to wipe anymore. Instead of complaining about how much of a burden I was upon her, she's spent the past few months complaining that I'm never home with her. Bram, when did you become so religious? Bram, you wear out more tennis balls in that walker than that lesbian Martina what's-her-name. Last week, the pharmacist gave Martha my prescription for Cialis. I had to tell her about you. And now Martha thinks she did all the work and that you're reaping all the benefits. And I can understand that, I guess. Except I think my hip replacement and all the other surgeries were just as hard on me as they were on her. And I think I worked harder than anybody to overcome that pain. I'm not just some goddamn prop that she can hang all of her grief and disappointment about her own life on. I am a man. Last night I told Martha that I was leaving. I told her about Florida. I said that the change would be better for her too. And she shoved me. The walker went sideways. I landed on the couch, but I twisted my ankle. Martha said it served me right. My wife prefers me broken so that she can feel useful, and so she intends to break me just over and over again. I really wanted to leave with you. I really hoped that I'd finally escape Atlanta. I never intended to stay here. Martha knew that when she married me. She said she wanted to travel as well, but I guess that was just a ploy to get me to get me to the altar. Girls were agreeable when we were younger, as you told me. My dear, when you married Ernie, What secrets did you keep from him? These are questions that'll never be answered, I guess, until I see you again in a heaven that I hope is something like our airstream. I really wanted to travel with you, to dangle our feet in the salt water. What time I have left on this earth, I wanted to spend it with you. When I died, I wanted my body in a plot next to yours. I'm at my most comfortable when I'm lying with you. Instead, I know where my remains will be placed. I'll be part of a wall in the courtyard at the Presbyterian Church on Roswell Road where we met. Next to me will be the remains of Martha. It isn't where I preferred to be interred in Atlanta. I wanted to achieve enough in my journalism and writing to merit Oakland Cemetery. But you never get the real estate that you want in this town. Martha picked cremation and the courtyard at the church because they were the most affordable options. She chose it with our daughter, and the two of them informed me of the choice afterward. It seemed weird to me at the time. We only ever attended services on Christmas and Easter in those days. What drew me back to the church was the need to improve my legs. Though prayer may have gotten me through some moments of weakness, I credit the exercise bikes at the gym with my increased stamina. The trainers there knew how to work with older folks and people who'd been through difficulties, and the gym led me to Sunday school class, which led me to you. I joined the choir because I thought you were pretty, but you knew that, didn't you, Adelia? Nothing fools you. I didn't just show up in the tenor section, suddenly moved by the Spirit. My eyes never left you. My ears fell in love with your soprano. Martha's never even heard me sing. She has no idea who I am anymore. She only knows me as a sour, mean soul who never has a kind word for her. 3 years ago, when my arthritis was at its worst, I told her that she should just fucking kill me so that I wouldn't have to put up with her bullshit anymore. She was telling me that we needed to sell our condo, that the rest of the complex had already agreed, and I told her that I'd prefer a bullet in the head to moving houses. I was in a lot of pain then. I felt like a broken man. I stood perpetually lopsided in buildings that were being rezoned commercial and marked for demolition. We all fall down. Atlanta doesn't preserve its relics. It redevelops them for multi-use. It kicks its hometown newspaper out of downtown, moves its offices to Perimeter Mall. It tears down one stadium, builds another one, waits 20 years, and then just repeats the cycle. When Manuel's Tavern closed down for renovations, I thought I would never see it reopen. I told Martha that I was useless, so she should just demolish me. Stopped all talk of moving from Midtown. That was 3 years ago. Last night, I guess Martha reconsidered my destruction. I told you that she went to the gas station. She went to get more antifreeze. She says that her car has been acting up in this schizophrenic weather and all the traffic from the bridge collapse. She took my phone with her. I covered enough murder trials. I know what's coming for me. I know why everything's loopy in my head. She's been doing this probably for days or weeks. By tomorrow morning, I'll be vomiting. So go on to Florida without me, Adelia. Someone from the choir will probably let you know what became of me. I wanted to be your husband. I wanted to dance with you in the car while we listened to that Carly Rae Jepsen song that you love. But I will never be who I wanted to be. I'm a lot like Atlanta, I guess, in that way. This city and I both have unfulfilled promise and wasted potential. We don't know how to expand toward greatness without conflict and cycles of doubt. So we squander every chance for more. I'm sorry for that, Adelia. But our future isn't stopping because of me. I hope Martha puts this in the mailbox. I pray this reaches you. I don't want you waiting for me at the airport, heartbroken that I didn't show. If Martha's just playing games with us, I hope that she knows that my love isn't going to die when I do. Because of you, Adelia, the parts of me that matter most will survive. Those are the aspects of me that Martha no longer knows. She believes that I'm just a fool and a walker. She believes that my ending is justified. Martha thinks she has control. My wife thinks she's won. But you know my spirit, Adelia. You are my heart. Love forever. Bram.
I love how the story comes back to the theme, both in structure and in as well as talking about it. The constant churn cycle in Atlanta. Atlanta loves, Atlanta burned down in the mid 1800s, and we've been burning it down every 30 years since then. We preserve nothing. So yeah, I really like how the story, grabs all of that. So,
Thank you very much.
To close this out, what book is staring guiltily up at you from your to-read pile?
The novel that Jessica Nettles wrote that is coming out by the end of the year. I have to read it.
Awesome. Well,
Children of Menlo Park.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you, Benji. That brings